welcome back to the Alpha Primus channel. Today we are looking at Titan class. I say that in air quotes. Titan class. Start the 13 prime, one of the 13 primes, Star Optimus Prime. I keep calling him Star Convoy for some reason. I think that's because that's what his character originally was called. I don't know. I prefer Star Convoy, but Star Optimus Prime. Okay, cool. We have a robot mode. It turns from 30 steps into vehicle mode, and then from vehicle mode to base mode in 36 steps. I'll get onto the actual figure myself. Once again, chef kiss on the artwork. I absolutely love it. I can't fault the artwork. It looks great. The boxes always look great. Hasbro, the box art designer is absolutely smashing it. I love that you can see all the other primes here in the background. Of course, we have on the top, we have the Muriel. Yes, you can see Star Optimus in the back here. He's already there. He's already on display. Again, that part of the Muriel. Will it go with Silverbolt? Let's have a quick look. Maybe a bit too, maybe a bit too big for Silverbolt. I don't know, unless you do it like a 3D effect. Then it wouldn't look too bad. Of course, we have the product shots. On the back, we have the bot mode, we have the truck mode, the base mode, and of course the hot rod and the MT-13. That is the box. Let's get on to the actual figure. And here we have him out of the box. And yeah, he's looking okay. Not really my sort of thing. Nathan really wanted this character because he wanted all 13 primes. I would have probably left it if it was just my collection, but this is Nathan's collection. He wanted Star Optimus. I keep saying Star Optimus. I know that's his official name. I actually prefer Star Convoy because to me it's not really an Optimus Prime. Is it even? I'm sure that's what, yeah, it says that on the box, doesn't it? One sec. Yeah, Star Optimus Prime. I think I prefer Star Convoy. I'm just going to come out this way, back this way again. So unprofessional. I think Star Convoy is a better name for him. I just think it just suits him. It sort of like gives that idea, so it is sort of like an Optimus Prime, but not quite. Anyway, overall, I think it's not a bad design. I know it's based on a much smaller figure. However, as a Titan, he is also very, very small, but he's bigger than a Commander, which we'll get onto later in size comparisons. He's got brilliant ratchet joints. They're really pretty, aren't they? So yeah, overall, like, I do like some of the things. Like, I like his head sculpt. It's very Japanese, isn't it? Same with his chest. It is very much very Japanese-esque in that sense. Thankfully though, he does come with a lower price and a lot of accessories to make up for that, including this very nice gun. I know I should have covered this at the first, but you know, I will. As well as lots of nice, very cool blast effects. Nathan always likes his blast effects. That's always a good thing. It also does come with this little extra vehicle, as well as the hot rod. So yes, he is smaller, and as you'll see later on, he is a bit more hollow, lower price, comes with some extra accessories. I think the reason why it has to be Titan class is because they wanted to get the base mode in there, which I kind of get. I think they could have skipped the base mode and just made him possibly in a Commander. So let's move on to Articulation. For Articulation, we get a full 360 on the head. You can't really move it up or down. His arms do go up at the shoulder. Obviously, it's a full 360. We do have swivel just above the elbow, as well as an elbow joint. We do have a wrist swivel, but not much else on there. We do have a full 360 on just above his waist. He can kick out pretty far. I suppose you could say he kicks forward. He has a swivel at the thigh. Let's try and do this now properly. If you lift up his skirt, he kicks forward pretty well. Better backwards. Obviously we have a knee joint. We have a toe joint, I suppose you could call that. And a little bit of a ankle toe. Overall, articulation is not too shabby for a Titan. Let's move on to size comparisons. Starting off our size comparison, we have him with the Core Class Hot Rod, of course. Here he is with both Commander 86 Optimus Prime and Commander Class Jetfire. Deluxe Class Solus Prime. Voyager Class Primer. Leader Class Megatronus. Here he is in comparison to Superion. And of course, this is where we really need to be looking at the size comparisons. Here he is with Titan Class, Tidal Wave. Significant difference here. And this, obviously, thankfully though, the price on this Optimus Prime is much lower, but you can already see that's a huge, huge difference. And again, just to hit home the significant difference, because even Tidal Wave is considered a smallish Titan. Here he is with Trypticon, which is one of Nathan's newest purchases he got for this for his birthday. He's very, very happy with Trypticon. We may do I might do a review on that in the very near future, but as you can see there, he has a good height difference in comparison to Star Convoy. I don't care, I'm going to call him Star Convoy. Okay, to transform him into truck mode, first let's come to the back here and pull up these sections here. What we then want to do is move the fist back and around. And now I did this yesterday and I can't remember how I did it. So you sort of push the fists back and then they should like flick around. There we go. It's a bit strange at first. You feel like it's not going to go through, but it does. And you feel like it should go this way, but it doesn't. It comes back on itself. So let's try that again. So you see we bring the fist back. Now you naturally want to go this way. You think it's going to pop around that way, but that's not how it works. You pull it all the way back and you push it that way. And then once that's pushed, it does go through. How have I done it? Oh, was it this way? So, yeah, let's go through that again. So once it's pushed back, so you push back, this section will be here. You then want to sort of push up, bring it down again, and fold it up. We then bring his arms like this. We can take these off for now. No. Wait 1 second. Just need to refer to something. Ugh. I was half right. So, you want to fold his arms like this. So they're facing downwards. These panels here will flick down. We're going to open up his chest. Let's move these up here a sec. Completely move out his arms, like so. Move out these parts completely. This is where, this is his other accessory, his little, almost like his matrix of leadership. It goes in there. It's just, yeah, it's not that important to me really. we can then fold down the head into there, close up the chest. We then bring his arms, so we want to make his arms face out like this, because when we're gonna bring them together, there is a tab here that's going to tab into there. We then fold, we then open up these parts here and close them in. Again, there are tabs. There's a tab here. It's a tab that's going to tab onto this little. There's a hole there, sorry, for it to tab into. We open up this section, bring it down, open it up, can continue bringing it down, and fold it down like so. And as you can already see, we have the front half of the cab there. We can then put these legs together, turn this body, actually yeah, to do that first, actually turn it 360 first. You're then going to open up, no we're not, no we are not. I forgot a very important part there, guys. Fold these parts, bring these parts. So now we have him down here. We're going to fold this up. This has a gap here that this tab is going to go into. Click that into there. Same for the other side. Open up his legs. And then we're going to take this waist part here, fold it down, refold his legs. And then all you need to do then is just apply the weapons, which are the two cannons here. His main gun, which has a tab here, that is going to go into this hole here, sorry, that section there, sorry, the middle one, goes into there for his main cannon. You can also take this cannon and I believe just pop it. Is it going there? I'm sure it did the other day. Oh, fold it down, fold it up, and then peg into there. We have the vehicle mode. So now we've got him in vehicle mode. For me, this is by far the weakest mode. He rolls really, really well. Even though I can't see these ones moving here, I think they just need tabbing in a little bit there. There we go. He does roll really, really well, especially on carpet. You can push him quite far. I mean, it's one of those where I think this is definitely the weakest mode. He's practically just lay down. It's quite simple in that sense. And, you know, yeah, there's not much else you can really say about it. I mean, he comes with his little accessory here, his little extra vehicle. In fact, we can go on to transformation of Hot Rod. Hot Rod is pretty easy to transform. You just lift up his top, put his arms together, fold out his feet, so they tab on to the top here, like so, and let's tab his hands in, and again you've got a nice little claw class hot rod to go with him. That gives him some sort of scale, I suppose. I could spend a lot of time transforming others into showing you a rough idea, but here's the deluxe class Alchemist. Yeah, big, I suppose, but not really. I don't know, I think it just looks awkward. So, yeah, I'm not really thrilled. I think I prefer him in bot mode. However, he does have, as all Titans do, his base mode. So let's transform him into that. So I start the transformation by taking, excuse me, all of the extras off him. We're then going to take this section here and take it off. And I'm going to unclip these sections, and his top half, you're going to basically transform him back into his bot mode, essentially. let's take them, close up his chest. Oh, sorry, put them down. Yeah, close up his chest. You fold down his head. Fold up the back of him as well. So let's fold this back up. Make sure. Do you know what? I'm getting none of this in shot. Jeez. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. So we folded this back up. We folded his chest back in. Now we're just sort of bringing his arms back to the way they were before. So let's open up this and let's, probably easy to do it this way, isn't it, really? No. Right, let's push. Right. That's how we do that, and then so we need to sort of bring it in so that. Oh my days, I have already lost the way I should do it. I've managed to get it the other way, fine. It's just getting it back. I'm just losing my head now on which way it goes. So we brought it back last time, so we bring it all the way back. There we go. That would have helped if I'd done it that way before. So yeah, bring it all the way back. Yeah. So open up, push all the way back. Bring that back in, and that is essentially the main part of base mode. We then sort of put him here, like so, and actually, no, I tell a lie. We're flicking this way. Yes. We then turn him so he's facing to his left side. Bring this back up. Close that. Keep his legs. We can't put his legs together. I forgot there's not the thing in between them, have they? And we sort of want to sit him down. Essentially, sit him down. Open up his legs. Why am I not able to open up his legs? There we go. That is pretty much the first half. Oh, we need to fold his toes out so it goes a bit flatter. We have also this part here that folds down, gives him a bit of stability. I think this folds over here, doesn't it? Like so. And that is essentially the first part of his base mode. We then take these two parts here and open up there. We then also want to take these sections here. This is again, this is one of those tricky parts where I might need to actually take it apart. Some people might be able to do this without taking it apart. I just can't seem to be able to do it without taking them apart. But we want these two blue sections at the back here. Next, we have these parts that fold out. Now, this section here has a little peg, and then it's going to peg into here. Let's get a bit closer. That is pretty much the base mode. Other than this, you can take this truck off. We have a peg here and another section here for it's a peg. So we've got the peg that's going to go into this groove here, and the hole for that peg to go onto. You then just essentially do that. On the front of the cab, you can just fold it out. Again, I have that trouble with a lot of these Transformer stuff where I can't just peg stuff out. I need to lever it, and then it does that. But once you've got them on, once you've got that out, it just, yeah, I forgot, it actually just plug in there, so you're meant to just be able to fold it out, but of course it fell off with me. So then you can just turn it upside down if you need to, and peg it in here as like another little turret. We then take this turret, fold it down, and that goes on here. It does go on here, but it only just about fits. I find I have to turn his arm up to really get it to fit, because it's a bit close to him. I don't know how anyone else finds it, but yeah, I think it's a bit too close. Then it is just a case of how much or how little you want to add to it. So, for example, we have Hot Rod here. He transforms, obviously. And I think the one neat thing about this is that he can fit onto this turret. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's like a really weird fit, but he does clip on. It doesn't look like it does, because he sort of goes in at an angle, so he's not completely on it. And then you fold his foot, and that pegs him into place. Do the same on the other side, and again just sort of peg his foot into place, and then you can just maneuver him. So, and then you can have him on the turret, and there is a little disc here on the side that can help you turn him. Okay, it did yesterday. There we go. It's just a little bit stiff, but there you go. He fell off. I didn't really peg him on properly. I'm really not a fan of this mode. When it comes to putting in Star Optimus Prime's gun, you think about this one. It does not fit. It's not this one. It is this little one, because there's also a little tab here. He has, let's get it on now, a tab gap right there that you can plug into. So he holds his gun like that, and then you can just put blast effects everywhere. As much as I dislike the truck mode, I think this mode is even weaker. I think this is, again, I get it, they wanted, oh there, yeah, even then it doesn't fully, it gets in the way, and if you've got Hot Rod on there's no chance of turning it. This just feels like cobbled together. One issue I have with this figure, I might have to turn him and close this, is these sections here. So, again, let me just pull this up here. We have these tabs here. And the idea is that you take some of these accessories, such as this, and there are two gaps here and here. Essentially, you push him down onto here, and you close his foot. However, it doesn't fully close. There's a tiny little gap, actually, yeah, there's a tiny little gap, and it just, well, actually now it seems to have closed. Oh dear, these reviews, they absolutely make a fool out of me sometimes, don't they? Now I can't get it open. There we go. I wonder if it was because I took the top off, but that shouldn't be the reason. Oh, when in truck mode, yeah, you can open up his thingy, his Yeah, he tabs in pretty well. I'll give him that now. Like, I don't have a problem with the tabbing in. It's just with, where's the part gone? Here we go. Right, so let's fold this. We've got this now. We've got the gun, turret folded in. This is probably where it'll make a complete mess out of me now. In fact, I'm going to turn him into bot mode. So I've got him back in bot mode. We've got the truck. That is tabbed in there. That is definitely tabbed in. But it just doesn't seem to... You see, even the bottom one, yeah. So I'm thinking maybe he's not tabbed in enough. But I just can't seem to get him to go down any further. So I don't know if you can see it there. There we go. Actually, that might have solved it. Like his foot was, seems to be an issue on there. But even then, it looks like there's a gap between the foot and the. Oh, that was, oh yeah, there is a gap there, so it's on the other side as well. Okay. Fair enough. Gripe, not worthy. Like I said, I wasn't really keen on this figure. I myself wouldn't have bought him. I think it's just, I don't know. Had it been a commander, you know, scaled down a bit, binned off the base mode, not come with all the accessories, maybe come with a few blast effects, that's absolutely fine because, again, I know Nathan is big on his blast effects. I would have been alright with it. I just don't think it's a Titan class, personally. Nathan likes him. Another thing I don't like his antennas always popping out. My final thoughts. Yeah, I'm not that big on him. He's not one of my favourites. He looks okay, but I think he's cost a lot of money, and I think, yeah, I just don't really rate it that highly. I'm normally quite positive of these things, especially when we spent money. And again, it's not too bad because Nathan likes him, and that's the number one priority. As long as Nathan likes the figure, I'm not bothered. And Nathan does like him. It's not his favourite. It's not his favourite Titan. He's normally much more excited. He was very, very excited for Trypticon. Very, very excited about Trypticon. Not so much this guy, but he knows he wants this guy because he is a prime, one of the 13, because he wants all 13. He is now going to be taking the centre stage in one way with Nathan's Titan collection. The other Titans will be standing around him, and then maybe have the 13 in front of him. Let me know what you think. Do you guys like him? And I've seen some very, very positive reviews of him. I'm not saying those people are wrong. I just don't agree with them. I just don't think, for me, fair enough. Had he couldn't have been full price Titan. There's absolutely no way. That would have been poor. I just feel like he's a lot of, I won't even say gimmicks. Even if you would say gimmicky, I think they're pretty weak gimmicks, to be fair. I suppose I can give him some leeway because he is cheaper and comes with a nice few blast effects and stuff like that. For example, he's got this probably hilt thing here, and these blast effects then become a sword and can go into there. Looks more like an Olympic torch and a sword. He's got a decent posability, I suppose. Not massively different from other Titans. I think quick look at Tidal Wave's only probably lacking a bit of arm articulation, but everything else, and maybe a bit of in the upper swivel, or they're unable to do 360. I can't remember actually. Let's have a quick. No, he can't do a 360 because he's completely solid in the middle. Fair enough in that sense. He's got a bit more articulation. He could be put into some cool poses. I just think he's probably one of the weakest Titans we've had. Yeah. And that is my final bit. Anyway, Please let me know what you think below. Like, comment and subscribe, and if you can share, please share the hell out of this video. I have been Alpha Primus, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!